Hello. Hello, everyone. We are back to the Flow State Café as every Friday. Me and
Hello.
Claudia's follower. People are
Hello,
coming here.
everyone. hmm
People are coming here on LinkedIn and we are here on YouTube.
hmm Hello, hello. Well, we do these every Friday. It's been a year now.
It is. This is our birthday month.
Yeah. Totally. It's been a year now that we've been doing this. Um, Started for fun and then literally became um like something pretty. Yeah, we always here every Friday talking about different topics that we explore with our work. Hello, Kim. Nice to see you, Michelle. Hello.
Hello, guys. People here on
Mhm.
LinkedIn are coming. And today, we are going to talk about how to optimize your time.
Mhm.
And actually, we've been using these tools that we both do. Me and Claudia, we do these quantum methods that helps us to get into this flow state. And it's also very, very helpful how and to use to improve your time,
Massively.
and we want to talk about it today. I'm gonna give you some tips and talk about a little bit how this our mind works also, and our habits and how we can improve this time. So
Yeah. We're gonna give you some tips, and then we're also going to talk about what we use. Apart from that, those things you can do them on your own. Um, but obviously, sometimes you need to go a bit deeper. So yeah, I think we can start with just actually bringing some awareness of how how important, how valuable is having time, right? We want to optimize our time to have
yes.
more free time, and so time is literally everything, right? So we are here to enjoy life, therefore time is the most valuable thing. So um obviously work helps us to create wealth, but if there's no wealth, you don't have time, especially if you're stressed and you can't enjoy it, right? So there's no point. So why do we work, Giselle? What, right? Because that's the thing.
We both been doing this for a long time, and then we understood that we need to have a free time. We work to have a free time, quality of life, good moments, wealth, of course, and health
Yeah.
to do things we love and to experience life and joy.
Mhm. Yeah.
And there's no it doesn't make sense to work in life. You need to explore all the possibilities that life brings, and it's all about these experiments that we came to experience to have this experience in life also, not just to we have like several parts of our lives to explore,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Totally.
today people are very stressed like with their work, their jobs,
Yeah. And
right?
when you're stressed, you will automatically lose your time because you just start to worry for things that don't even exist most of the times, don't exist yet. But while you're worrying about them, you start to create them, right? That's important too. So that's really important. And then we get stressed, right? But oftentimes people think that I get stressed for the amount of things we need to do, we have to do. But in reality, is how we're perceiving that situation. Some people get super stressed, for example, when they see a lot of stuff to do, because deep down they feel they're not able to cope with everything. But maybe they are. But if you know, um, but if you don't feel like, then eventually it's going to be more difficult.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and these are just yeah, if you are not aligned to what you want and to the things that you have to do, well, you
Yeah.
need to learn how to delegate also and
Yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
work.
That's one of the things. That's
Yeah,
one of the things that totally, totally, yes. Um,
and
and
not just
so
to do things on your own,
yeah, 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 totally, totally. So
everything.
yeah, 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 exactly, exactly. This is one of the things. I guess there are just these little things that we're gonna say, that we're gonna talk about, that will help you to save time and to focus. But what we're gonna tell you today, you just need to become aware of this. What we're gonna tell you today, I'm gonna give you some tips, obviously, but this is just a very little part of how to become more productive. Yes, and these are just mental solutions, that little habits that will help you, obviously. But overall, what really boosts your productivity and helps you to save your time, um, and is literally clearing your mind from all the noise, and be more present. Yes. And that's the thing. So of course it's not easy. I know someone actually commented the other day, one of my posts, right, and said it's impossible to keep the mind calm. It's not impossible, you just need techniques, and that's why we have studied and we're prepared for that, so to help people to literally become more present and clear the mind, and therefore you become more productive. Yes. So all these things that we're going to tell you are just a little things. Obviously you need to find a way to keep your mind in the present. Yes, and it doesn't work by forcing it most of the times. So let's start with these little tips. Do you want to say the first one?
Yes, plan your week on Sunday or in advance. That seems like very cliche. All the coaches talk about it, but
Mm,
it has. That's not for like. There is a reason
mm,
why so many people talks about the same thing. So
mm.
it's for you to helps your mind to visualize. When you visualize all the things you have to do during your week, you're already creating that.
Mm,
You're already projecting that. It helps you to helps your mind also, and you to get in this movement of, you know, get the
mm.
things done.
Yeah.
And also it will help you to do every day, right? To plan every day and
Mhm.
visualize your day. And what's the second thing, Claudia?
So the second thing is, getting a routine, which is extremely important. Obviously, well, now that I like, I have the high performance habit guides. That is really cool. In the case that someone is not in the group, in the WhatsApp community, you can download it. Just you can just ask me, or it's on my link in my profile. There's a link where you can download that. That is a routine that will also help you to boost the electromagnetic field, so that everything is going to flow better. But anyways, doesn't have to be that. Everyone, if you get a routine, you're gonna automatize everything, and it's gonna help you to, um, with everything, like to organize your mind. So that helps, having a routine.
Because when
And
you,
mhm,
yeah, because like when you start your day and set the
mm,
intention, you
mm,
know,
mm.
and also you can also say that you have done already, it
Yeah,
already, you
that
know, when you
that's
start the day,
yeah, but that goes beyond the
projecting the
routine, I
things you
think.
have today. Oh,
Yeah, that goes be yeah, you can also implement that in your routine, for example,
yes.
right? Every day, like every morning, if your tasks today are two meetings with clients and preparing, I don't know, recording a course, for example. So you just decree, like, I have done two excellent meeting with my clients. I have finished to record the video. You can just decree as it has already happened. That
I
will
have
help
done
you.
already my
Yeah.
exercise today, for example.
Mm-mm-mm. Exactly. So you are kind of integrating it already in your mind. So like if you have it done already, and so it will boost obviously the intention. Yeah. Um,
And yes.
mm-hmm.
And think about the habits you don't want to do anymore in your life. Things that
Mm,
you sometimes you like don't even think about it and you're
yeah.
doing, but you know you don't want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So things think about like the things that are not priority. Like
Mm-hmm.
is this giving me any, like it's just wasting my time or it's just draining my energy, for example.
Yeah.
Some things we do sometimes we don't even think about it, but it's draining our energy.
Yeah,
So
totally.
yeah, so
Totally.
write down a little bit the things that you think they are not um, giving you any return, for example,
Yeah.
any good
Yeah.
return
Totally, totally.
for
Because
your
sometimes
energy.
we are so automatized, right? Like we are the habits. It's like it's almost like an automatic, and we do things without not even thinking or not even knowing of
Hmm.
why we do them,
Yeah.
and so many things. And until we don't think about it, we really take responsibility with that. And just avoid all the things that are not useful anymore, because we change. Therefore, the habits also will have to change at some point, right? Um,
Sometimes it's a bit difficult to
yeah.
change a habit that sometimes like the mind doesn't want to change. It doesn't change easily
Mm-hmm.
sometimes,
Mm-hmm.
but you can get surprised with the results of like when you focus and write the things that you don't want anymore, and then you
Yeah.
write about the things that you want to
Yeah.
bring to your routine
Yeah.
also.
Totally. Totally. All right, all right. What else? Oh, yeah, this is something you suggested before, right? So creating a routine, the routine you want for yourself. So for example, let's say you want to go to the gym tomorrow in the morning, but then the moment you wake up, you feel lazy and so on, and then eventually you just don't do it, or you do it late and so on. So as you said, like, just get everything ready for you to do that particular thing, right?
Yeah, the gym, for example, get your
Mm-hmm.
clothes ready, the clothes that you're going to the gym, put it on a table next to your bed or your chair, and then you wake
Mm-hmm.
up and you visualize that in your
Yeah,
mind. Okay, this is what I have to do. So like you're
yeah,
actually, it's a type of reinforcing what you want to do, your new habits. It's gonna help your mind to, okay, this is
yeah,
what I have to do. This is what I programmed myself to do yesterday.
yeah,
So
yeah,
have
yeah,
your shoes and your clothes, and you just do it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
The
And
food,
then,
also the food you want to eat,
mm-mm,
the type of
mm-mm.
foods if you want to change this.
Yeah, that's something important, definitely. Um, and then the things that you can do quickly, you just do it. Don't leave it for later. Yes, this is obvious, maybe very a lot of people say that, but then it's really true. There's so many things that we could quickly get done, like get those things done, and we just leave it. So it just helps you to save your time. And yes, what else do we have here?
Things you can do fast, you said, and do a list of tasks and highlights the urgent ones to get more clarity
Mm-hmm.
about what to do first.
Mm-hmm.
Not just the fast things, but the things that are more important for you to get done during
Yeah.
the day, and then put the level of urgence of the things.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah. 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 Totally.
also,
Totally.
and it's really nice when I do a list, and then I sometimes our minds just go to anywhere, but not
Mm.
with the things that we have to do. So when you have a list and you see, oh, checked, I do this all the time. I love when I see
Mm.
my list
Mm.
fulfilled. Like, okay, I did everything, and I feel so good when I can get done everything that I proposed during that day. And
Yeah.
sometimes you cannot, if you have so many things. Sometimes it happens to me. Sometimes you don't get everything done, but when you get used to it, you're
Yeah.
going to get the things faster and faster, do the things faster and faster.
Yeah. 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 Totally.
And
Totally.
then it is also good for your, when you see all the list done, you also feel proud of yourself. Okay,
Yeah.
yes, I did it, you know.
Yeah.
And then you want to
Totally.
more of that, and you feel,
Hmm.
because you feel good,
Mm.
right?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Definitely, definitely. And then delegate, which is something we were talking before, you know, learning how to delegate. And sometimes, we don't want to delegate because we want everything to be done our own way. But, you need to develop trust in others, but especially in yourself. Yes. And acceptance. So understanding also that people are there to help you, and that we are here to create together, right? So you cannot do everything. It's impossible to be in charge for absolutely everything, so we need to delegate. Obviously, that is important. And also, the ego gets in oftentimes. I want everything to be done on my own way, but who says that that's the correct one, right? That's just my way of perceiving it. But maybe someone else has a different like a different way to see things and to do things, and maybe it's even better than that mine. So in that sense, we need to be also humble, right?
Yes, this there is a tendency on some people to this, let's say the ego, like this, as you said, that's
Mm,
like think some people think that they will do better than others,
mm,
and they want to do everything on their own way as well,
mm,
and just relax a little bit, let
mm.
like also open the flow of like give and receive.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I think like
yeah,
it's to receive and to be less judgmental and critical,
yeah.
with have less criticism with
Mm-hmm.
the. And then also people are learning, if you have a business and employee do something that you think is not, you delegate that and you think that that person can improve that, just that's a construction. It's
Totally,
nothing like,
totally.
it's
Yeah.
just be calm down, like, and be more less, um how do you say, block, it's not like blocked, but like more open.
Controlling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
control it, yes, right.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool, cool, cool.
Because it's
What
heavy
else?
to control everything as well, to
Yeah, it's
carry
not.
everything in your back.
We can't. We definitely can't do that. What else do we have here? Okay.
Mm.
So never sacrifice your free time. That is so necessary, right? We need some time to join ourselves. So, and a little bit every day, yes. And otherwise, we become machines, and there is no point. So, if we just live our life in an automatized system, that's just literally like it's a waste of time. So why are we here, right? So it's super important, yes, and it also brings some good neurotransmitters such as endorphin, dopamine, serotonin, and these type of things can really help the brain also to work better eventually, right?
Mm-hmm. Of course, and take small breaks during the day, for during
Mm-hmm.
like between your, if you have to work, a lot of hours during the day, take like five
Mm-hmm.
minutes 10 minutes 15 minutes, give you this little break and do something completely different, or do nothing, or even
Mm-hmm.
listen to a or even listen to a song, or you
Listen to the
know
flow say Café, for example.
something disruptive to break the pattern that you
Yeah,
are doing,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
to
yeah,
break a
yeah,
little
yeah.
bit, and then when you come back to do what you have to do, you have a new, some you have like new, more inspired, you can be more inspired to do,
Yeah, yeah,
to
yeah,
keep doing
totally,
what you have to do.
totally. And then well, last but not least, actually, the most important thing, take your time to empty your mind. Yes. So when the mind is still and calm, that's when it becomes super productive. So the mind gets noisy because we are scared, or we are worried, and we start thinking and we start thinking. But literally, like, that's not where we want to be. The best actions, the best decisions, everything happens when the mind is completely silent. And I can give a quick example. Last week I took an important decision for my business, for and I took it without thinking. Literally, it just came to me. And and I think it was one of the best decisions I ever taken. Yes. So um because when you are there, you're connected to your higher self. Yeah. So just and then I've seen it in myself. Like, I've been extremely productive every time my mind was super empty, and I see that with my clients. They're getting the things done, like, in, I don't know, instead of 5 hours, it takes 1 or 2, So imagine, you need to find a way to empty your mind. That is super, the most important thing.
The thing is, like, when you can actually we can help you with that if you want to get to know what you do. Actually, like, this just came now, but I was gonna say about like meditation, but meditation is more, takes longer. But when you, like, for example, get in touch
Yes.
with the this thing that we do,
Yeah.
like, it helps you to empty your mind like in less than 1 minute.
Yeah.
So it has a very, 'cause as it
Yeah.
is a quantum method, we can access the root cause instantly
Yeah.
and clear your mind, so you'll get into this flow,
Yeah,
as we
it's
say.
literally like clearing the computer from the cache. We could say that. And um, yeah, it's still very unknown, but a lot of, like, yes, more and more people are starting doing this, and like everything is quicker in the outside, as same thing as for these new techniques. Extremely quick to empty your mind, and boom, you go back to flow and very quickly. And yes, it's a completely different way. Mhm. um Also, something that we didn't say before, um obviously, like, sometimes we kind of lose a lot of time in, like, we get distracted by people. Yes. And I'm not saying
Exactly.
people are distracting us, we get distracted because we are giving priorities to them. Yes. And so we have to learn when to say no. Yes. And just where we want to put our energy in terms of habits, as we said before, but also in terms of people. So people that are not adding value, we cannot support everybody. Yes, it's impossible, it's not healthy. So we need to really become aware of when we are empty ourselves, and that is taking our time, and obviously we're not creating value for ourselves. Yes. So that is, and oftentimes that's in the unconscious, as it happened to me and many people. But that's something that we need to start to become aware of. um
Observe our actions, and also if you don't have
mm,
your if you don't set up your agenda,
mm-mm,
you're gonna have always free time to be available to these people,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
also to this pattern, because when you are people pleasure, you, there is a pattern on
A
that, but
people
also
pleaser, yeah,
pleaser,
exactly.
yeah. And you
Yeah.
also, but if you also set up your agenda, then you know what you have to do during your day,
Mm-hmm.
so
Yeah,
you, and
everything
then you,
helps. Yeah.
yes, and then learn how to say no
Mm.
also,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it's
yeah.
all together.
Exactly, exactly. And so this is, I think these are important things, Um, yeah. I mean, obviously these are little things, but the big part is in the mind. Yeah. So emptying the mind, and start to become aware of where you are putting your energy on. That's important. That's the first step, right? So this is, yeah,
And
this
be
is what.
conscious about the time, like as we said at the beginning, as time is the one of the most important thing that we
Mhm.
have in life.
Mm-mm.
So if you see yourself like this is your life, and what are you doing with your life? I
Yeah.
think it's a very, like, it can be an existential question, but like we are existing here and
Yeah.
experimenting this life and what we're doing. You don't want to spend your whole life as a workaholic and not having pleasure, not having good time with your family, with your kids, with your
And it actually,
friends, and
yeah, and
like,
it actually
no,
doesn't take anywhere but suffering. Because
yeah,
if you're constantly worry of having to do things, having to get things done, having to get things done, that is just gonna take you away from doing things, and that is a scarcity. That scarcity, like if you're constantly worried for these things, you are vibrating in a very in scarcity, not in abundance. Yeah. Therefore, as we often said, we are electromagnetic field. We are magnets. So if you feel that you're in lack, that things are not going to happen, then you have to, uh, you know, obviously what you are going to attract is scarcity. So you're not going anywhere that way.
and also, I guess, for example, be comfortable with yourself, like you say, like always, like those mindsets like that you have to do all the time, but sometimes, like, try to be comfortable with yourself and doing nothing, like sit down in a chair doing something. So observe
Yeah,
that, be in the present moment, and like connect to
yeah,
your soul, with your spirits, and like be there
yeah,
for
yeah.
you, be there
But
for you, also.
yeah, but it's very painful. Actually, I think I posted something before on Instagram about this. When you are when your mind is constantly chatting, blah 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 blah, what you gonna do? Are you able to sit down with yourself? No, you're gonna look for inputs, right? You're gonna look for distraction. You're gonna look for dopamine outside, low quality dopamine. So you're gonna go
Exactly.
for
Yeah.
distractions. What is that gonna resolve? Nothing. It's gonna make it just worse. Um so obviously it's not easy. It's to me, the time I spend with myself is the most beautiful thing I have. And I love to spend time with myself because my
I
mind is
love also to be with myself.
yeah, but my mind now is a beautiful garden.
uh,
So but when my mind wasn't a beautiful garden, it was just a, like, um a big field with weeds and dirty. I didn't like to spend time with myself, with my thoughts. No. Yes, so that's the thing. So uh make a beautiful garden inside, create it, and then you will see the change.
and also this has also a little bit to do with self-love, like
Mm-hmm.
be
Mm-hmm.
with yourself, is recognizing who you are and the
Mm-hmm.
choices you've made in life, and like also, like, sometimes you're not happy, and then, so when you are on your own, or when you go to sleep at night and you think about your day, like, how do you feel? Are you happy? Are
Mm-mm.
you unhappy? Sometimes, like,
Yeah, yeah,
this is the moment when you calm down and you go to sleep, and then you think about, and like, how do you go to sleep? Are you, like, you go with this sensation that you're not, never getting there or something,
yeah,
like,
yeah,
and
yeah,
work
yeah,
on your self-love,
yeah,
be, create habits about all this, like, habits we're talking about. It's all about self-love as
yeah,
well, and how you
yeah.
deal with yourself, how you deal with your time. It's
Mm-mm.
because you're giving value to yourself, to your life, you
Mm-hmm.
know I
Mm-hmm.
think it's all about love as well.
So always, always, always. All right, all right. So I think this was pretty clear.
Hmm.
um we can just add the, well, you can always reach out. You can have a link where you can book a discovery call with me on LinkedIn, in my LinkedIn profile. I guess she said it has one too. So you can just reach out if you have any questions. And yeah, it was
and you
beautiful.
want to clear and want to learn how to clear your mind faster, and then we also can give you some um, tools and help you
Yeah,
to get into this stage and
totally,
understand
totally.
also the patterns that puts you in this mold of scarcity, and then have this toxic thoughts that we have sometimes.
100%. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. All right. So, having said that, we will see you next Friday, I guess, right? Um,
Right. See you guys, and
yeah. And
that was
that's
nice
it.
to talk about it. Was a good.
Well, actually, I
Uh,
don't think I'll be. Well, I'll see. I'm not sure I'll be able to be here on next Friday, but I will see.
oh
Um,
yes, I forgot.
mm,
Me too. We
let's.
both. I have
Ah,
some stuff to do
oh well.
on
So
next
maybe
Friday. So in about
maybe
15 days.
into Friday. Exactly, exactly. All
Yeah.
right, all right. So have a beautiful day, everyone. Bye bye.
Bye, guys. See you in 15 days.